Ever feel like your inbox is a black hole swallowing your time? I've been there. But today, I'm going to show you how I went from email chaos to inbox zero and how you can do the same using Microsoft's Outlook. A few years ago, I was staring at an inbox with over 10,000 unread and unsorted emails. I was missing important stuff just because it was buried under all that noise. That's when I decided to create a system that let me get my email down to zero every single day with minimal effort. Since then, a lot of folks have asked how I do it, so I'm making this video to share that exact method. That way, you can get control of your inbox too. Now, before we jump in, I want to make one thing really clear. Your inbox is not a storage space for things you need to follow up on. That's what your task list is for. Think of your inbox as a place to quickly triage your emails and move them wherever they actually need to live, whether that's the junk bin, an archive, a to-do list, but the inbox itself isn't the place where those things stay. So step 1, delete or unsubscribe. When a new email comes in, the first question I ask is, can I delete this? If it's junk, it's gone. If I never want to see it again, I unsubscribe right away. This one clears out half my inbox, and it gets better and better as you do it more and more. So here's one. I don't want this. I don't know why I got on this list. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to look for the unsubscribe button. Unsubscribe right there. Click. And gone. Now I can delete it and I won't have to deal with that email ever again. Okay. 2. Archive. Short-term or long-term archives. If I might need to reference something later, but I don't need to act on it now, I archive it. I use 2 folders, a 90-day archive that auto-deletes old messages, and a long-term archive for anything that's important and I want to keep indefinitely. Now here's the trick that makes this fast. I've set up quick steps in Outlook. These are one-click buttons that combine multiple actions. For example, I've got one that marks an email as read and sends it to my 90-day archive instantly. So right here, boom, gone. Another one sends it to long term. Boom, gone. If I need to follow up on an email, I either handle it right away or I flag it. Outlook turns that flag into a task automatically, and I keep the Outlook layout set up so my email list, message preview, and task list are visible all at the same time. So here's one. I have a backup that's failing. I obviously need to deal with that. So how do I do that? Well, I could just go and do that job right now and see why it's failing, but I really don't have time to do it right now. So instead, I come up here and I flag it. It's something that I'm going to work on tomorrow. So I'm just going to click on tomorrow. We've got a flag. It adds it to my task list right here, and I can put it in the 90-day archive. One hint, when you add something to your task list, even though it's in the 90-day archive, it will not auto-delete after 90 days until it's cleared out of your task list. So there's also these newsletters or marketing emails that I get every single day. Well, I don't really need to look at them most of the time. Now there's some that I might want to look at. Like I might want to look at the Athletic Pulse just to see what's going on. And then when I'm done, I can either delete it or archive it. But there's other things that I may not want to deal with. And so I can set up rules to always send them directly to one of 2 folders. As an example, this email is one that I'm going to send to my newsletters folder. So I come in here, I right click, I choose rules, I create a rule. I select a folder, and the folder I want it to go into is newsletters. And I say OK. It'll create the rule. I'm going to run it on my inbox, and it will now move any emails that I get from that sender directly to that box, so that folder. So if I come over here now and I click on the navigation pane, we can see I've got a newsletters folder right here. And in that newsletters folder are all of the things that I have set up to automatically file in this folder. There are 54 that are unread. About once a day, I'll come in here and just do a quick glance over, see if there's anything that I really wanted to read. Well, here's that one that I just sent over there. I do want to read through that. Okay, now that I'm done with it, it won't show it anymore. It's still here, it's still there, but it's no longer marked as unread. If I've looked through here and I'm comfortable that I've read through everything that I want to, I can then just come right over here and mark all as read. And now there. I can do the same thing with marketing. I'll create rules for things that I want to pull up later on so that I can see if there's a sale or something like that. So I will have them automatically come to this folder. Then once I've reviewed it and I'm comfortable that there's nothing there I want to look at today, again, I'll mark as read. I can still search for things. I can bring up coupons, whatever I want, and they'll be there. So now I'm back to my main folder, my inbox. So you'll see here in my inbox, I've got this. Okay, I'll look through it real quick. Yeah, I've already seen most of this news. I think I'm okay. So I'm going to go ahead and send that to the 90-day archive. Could delete it. Okay, this is one that I actually want to read in a little bit. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to mark it for today so that it goes to my task list. Now that it's there, I can send it to my archive. This one is another backup report, but it was successful. Since it's successful, I don't need to look at it anymore. Gone. And there it is. I have an empty inbox. So what if you are staring at 30,000 unread emails? If your inbox is already out of control, like mine was, don't try to sort it all manually. Do what I did. Take everything over than a week and move it into a folder called something like crap I didn't bother to sort. That's literally what I called my folder. And I moved tons of emails over into that folder. Then I was left with about a week's worth of emails that I sorted through, created rules for, and started every day going through and getting myself to zero. Start fresh from there. I let that folder sit there for a year before deleting it. Never missed a thing. If you do need something, you can go back into it and find it. Most of the time, you'll find you never even need to go back in there. So that's how I handled it. Now, maybe you aren't as comfortable with 1 week. So you say, okay, well, I'm going to sort through a month's worth of email, and you archive everything else into that folder. So anyhow, that's my inbox zero system using Outlook. Delete it, unsubscribe from it, archive it with quick steps, flag it if it needs an action, and use rules to sort the rest before you even see them. So if this helped you out, hit subscribe. Usually I'm posting music content, but if you want more productivity stuff like this, drop a comment and let me know. Thanks for watching, and may your inbox be forever empty.